Homer lunged forward and jammed the door with his head. He called on everyone to come grab things together. Then co-workers all came to the storage room to select items and take them away. People put things in their car trunks. Homer also took a lot of things. At this moment, Mr. Burns happened to walk out. Homer was extremely frightened and immediately drove away. Unexpectedly, this caused all the cars behind to crash into each other. Homer was still celebrating when Burns had already discovered that everything had been taken.
Duh! My accordion Post-its!
Lenny even took his favorite teddy bear. The next day, Mr. Burns held a meeting to criticize this incident. The employees questioned that the salary he paid was too little, but Burns didn't think so. Then he said only one person didn't steal anything, and that was Homer. At this moment, Homer felt very guilty. The co-workers all knew what was really going on. Then Burns asked Homer to share his experience with everyone, but Homer started flattering the boss instead. This caused dissatisfaction among the co-workers. In the end, they had to write self-criticism reports while Homer got a day off. The next day, Homer took Bart fishing, even though the work group chat was full of people cursing at him.
I can't believe you got all your friends in trouble and you got the day off.
Hey, it's called karma.
After their father-son time ended, Homer went to sleep in, but he felt something wasn't right in the bed. After lifting the blanket, he discovered he had actually wet the bed. Then Homer wanted to secretly wash the sheets. He even asked Marge where the washing machine was. The family was all shocked, but Homer ultimately managed to get away with it. The next day, after Homer woke up, he found he had wet the bed again. At this time, the Apu in his mind said it was because Homer had an unresolved issue that this was happening. Homer understood that if the problem wasn't solved, he would keep wetting the bed. The next day, he held an apology party. Homer apologized to each guest. Carl vented his anger at a puppet. Homer asked everyone if they forgave his mistake. Everyone said they weren't angry anymore. Now Homer hoped he wouldn't wet the bed again. Unexpectedly, the next day, he still wet the bed. To solve this problem, he went to buy a bed-wetting alarm. Just as he wanted to sneak away, the supermarket loudspeaker came on.
Homer Simpson, are you there?
At night, Homer opened the device and installed it according to the instructions. He made sure he wouldn't wet the bed again, but he didn't expect the machine would automatically start alarming. This woke everyone up. Lisa wanted to know what exactly had happened. Homer had no choice but to tell the truth.
We're wetting the bed?
Hey, when you were pregnant, everything was wee.
In the end, Homer could only sleep wearing diapers, but Marge thought this was very strange. She didn't want to talk to Homer and stayed awake until very late. Marge wanted to go outside for some fresh air, but she didn't expect the doctor to drop down from the sky. Marge confided Homer's problem to the doctor. The doctor said he had also heard about this matter and had a way to help Homer. That was to enter Homer's dreams. Then the doctor installed devices on the Simpson family. After he pressed the button, they fell asleep. They entered Homer's dream. At this time, Homer was still confused, but he didn't care and continued skiing. Unexpectedly, the next second the Grim Reaper appeared. Marge realized this might be a clue. Homer immediately chased the Grim Reaper and saw marriage written on the coffin. This made Homer afraid to speak. They were taken by the Grim Reaper and fell off a cliff. Marge said they wouldn't die in the dream. At this time, the doctor called to say that if they died in the dream, they would die in reality too. But the Simpsons were about to be killed by the fall. Lisa said they could enter the next layer of the dream. 1 minute here equals 2 hours in the lower dream layer. Bart didn't care about this at the moment. Marge immediately connected everyone and pressed the button. This time Homer dreamed of having psychological counseling. But because of Bart's mischief, everyone started fighting. Then the psychologist gave a solution, which was to open the coffin. Bart immediately acted, but unexpectedly there were many fish in the coffin. Homer blamed Bart for acting on his own. Now Lisa said to enter another layer of the dream. Then they arrived at a grand theater. It was too boring here, so Bart went to the next dream layer again. Finally, they came to the world of desires in Homer's heart. Everything here was Homer's favorite foods.